Hey everyone! Welcome back to Prairie Grown Reviews. We review books, games, movies, and TV shows. Today, we are back for episode 1 of Loki, Glorious Purpose. So, we're going to get right into our non-spoiler thoughts, but before that, I'd just like to ask the boys to just quickly say your thoughts on the first 2 MCU shows so far we've had.
First of all, props to you for remembering the title. Wouldn't have known that coming.
I looked at it this morning too,
So I
just to
appreciate that.
remember that.
Yeah, that's fair. I would not have known that. Okay, let's start with WandaVision. WandaVision's got a little bit of a tough rep right now. I actually really enjoyed it. It's out there. I'll admit that. I think it's awesome, but I think it's gonna hold a lot more significance in the MCU as a whole after we see Doctor Strange 2. We might get a little bit more of a redemption run after that movie. Maybe people coming back to it. I don't know. It's a risk. I like that they took it. There's a lot of people that don't, but personally, I'm all for WandaVision.
I feel like if WandaVision wasn't a Marvel show, it would work a lot better because people expect differently when you walk into a Marvel show, right? When you walk into a Marvel show, you expect Falcon or Loki.
Yes.
But when you get something like WandaVision, that's just kind of out there. It strikes a particular taste that some people just don't have.
Yep.
Overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the character development because that's all the show was, right? It was just development for Wanda, and setting stuff up for later. But overall, it was still fun. Just not exactly what I expected.
I don't know. I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, I'd say along the lines of Austin, I really enjoyed it. It's on record. There's video of me praising the episodes. Yeah, they're weird at times. I definitely preferred Falcon the Winter Soldier and so far Loki, but no, I definitely enjoyed it. I like the significance it puts in the MCU. I like the things it sets up. I love the character of Wanda and Vision way more now. It does pack an emotional punch, especially later on in the season, and I'll probably rewatch it before Doctor Strange. So I am excited. Yeah, I think so too. And it's not long. It's like 4 hours.
Yeah, I think it cracked 5.
It may have cracked
That'll
5
crack 5.
because it was
One-day
9.
binge.
Yeah,
Exactly.
good. Yeah.
It's quick. It's easy. It's shorter than the second half of Lucifer season.
Anyways, Falcon Winter Soldier. Brief thoughts.
See, I don't know if I don't want to say better. I don't think I can say
Different.
better.
It is different.
It's different. It's more on brand.
Yeah.
It's much more on brand for Marvel. It's super entertaining to say the least. It got called a buddy cop to begin with, and I don't know if
It
I'd call
wasn't.
it that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not really
That's
sure.
what they thought it was.
Right? Like the relationship. Don't get me wrong. The relationship between Bucky and Sam is awesome, but it's not a buddy cop in any way, shape, or form. Super entertaining. Can't be more excited for Cap 4, but yeah, I don't know. There was a couple episodes along the way that it didn't quite love. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Episode 2 is kind of a bit slower.
There's a couple there that we sort of did a little bit of a.
Episode 3, I think, is the one.
Yeah.
Because episode 3 is the one where they go to Madripoor,
Oh yeah.
and I think that's the first one we thought was a little slower. Nat, sorry to steal your thunder.
Yeah, but overall, I don't know. Yeah, as Austin said, Falcon's more like the on-brand Marvel show. Your whole, the
Winter
bad
Soldier.
guys, action-heavy shows, and for what it's trying to do, it was great. It had the character development of WandaVision, but centered in a more violent way. I don't know if same Austin. I don't know if I can say it's better. It's more on brand. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But WandaVision took a risk, and for some people it's a really good hit, and for some people it's a miss. But I feel like Falcon's just playing it safe, right?
Yeah.
If you did a WandaVision style show with Falcon, it wouldn't make any sense.
No.
Obviously, right? I feel like it fits the characters better, and I don't know, they're about equal because they're there to help develop characters that we didn't get to really see in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it achieved their purpose. It was entertaining to watch, right? It's not the dumpster fire. So
No.
Exactly.
It's there. It's good.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's hard to compare the shows just because they are very different in nature. I'd say personally I did enjoy Falcon and Winter Soldier more. Though I would say, while the premise of the show isn't a risk, I would say some of the themes they touch upon is a little risky,
fair,
especially
yeah.
for Marvel. They did touch upon some things that Marvel doesn't always touch upon, which I respected. And some people were a little surprised, and some people thought they were going too political, which I disagree with, but to say the least. But I definitely thought I enjoyed the outcome of the show. I liked seeing Sam's journey to Captain America. Oh, spoilers for these shows, by the way.
Oh, it's way too late. If you, haven't seen
If
them
you go
already,
watch
you
them, you
suck.
can binge them.
You suck.
It's again a short show. I really love the action. I thought the directing was great. Like Austin, I'm hyped for Cap 4.
Oh yeah.
I like that at Avengers Campus they introduced both versions of Cap, so
Yep.
you can meet both. And no, I really did like Falcon the Winter Soldier, and I hope maybe there'll be a season 2 after Cap 4. And for WandaVision, well, there can't really be a season 2. I'd love to see more of what happens with White Vision. Because
Anyways, for more of our thoughts,
check out our
YouTube.
videos.
Okay, thanks.
Good plug.
Thanks
And if anybody out there still believes that WandaVision is getting to season 2,
You're wrong.
please send us a DM so I can explain to you why that can't happen.
Or try to convince him why you think it can, even though it can't. That story's not built for it.
If it's funny enough, I'll post it on our story.
Yes.
Check out your name.
Yeah.
Back to Loki.
Back to Loki. So, yeah, Loki again. It's a little more on the weirder side than Falcon the Winter Soldier. But it's not as risky as WandaVision. To give him a spoilery or non-spoilery.
See, I don't know if I'd say weird.
I
It's
feel he's very in character with Loki.
yeah. Like WandaVision. The first set of that was totally they dove
Left field,
headfirst
yeah,
into the
exactly.
sitcom, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the way we start, I'm gonna try to keep this as non-spoiler as I can. The opening 20 minutes of Loki is very on brand for what we kind of expected from this show and what we would expect from Loki. Now it introduces a ton of new tech, species, ideas,
Yes.
just a whole bunch of new stuff, but
It doesn't feel like out left field.
it doesn't
Like,
feel weird. It
Right,
makes
right.
sense.
It feels on brand.
Yeah.
Right? It's Loki. He's a weird character, right? Not as weird as Wanda, but he has his moments and just really fits with.
I
what he
think
does.
that's the big piece because we expected Loki to be weird. I don't know if we walked into WandaVision expecting Wanda to be weird.
That's fair.
I
She's
guess
always
that's
been a
fair.
serious
Right.
character.
That's also very
Right?
fair, yeah.
and Vision.
Yeah,
Right.
both.
Very, very inside the lines, and we got a sitcom.
That's
also,
true.
This is non-spoiler, but Loki, the show was very humorous, right? And that's
Very
what you
humorous.
expect from Loki
That's true.
as a character, right? When you look at WandaVision, you don't expect Wanda to go nuts and
Create a
from-
sitcom.
exactly, right?
Like all of a sudden she's in black and white and
Exactly,
doing
right.
the dishes.
I guess that's why, right?
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
It's on brand with the characters, and that's why.
I've solved the mystery of why we think this is not weird.
That's fair. I think it's definitely in line with Ragnarok and the way that
Yeah,
was
that's what it
going.
was.
Yes, which everyone loved that direction, and they keep going in that direction. I'll be very happy. Tom Hiddleston was great in the role. He is Loki, of course, but I definitely think that the way this show is presented it's very interesting. I was really engaged the whole time. I never lost interest. They were putting out new ideas that constantly had me asking questions, and this is completely non-spoiler, but I would
Motion
say,
sensor light. Somebody get it. There you go.
but I would say that this would I'd call this episode the dissection of Loki.
Yep.
And I love that. I love when they do that, and I definitely really am excited for what this show is going to continue to do.
My only fault with it would be kind of it's so funny to start, and then and obviously it does do some things in the back end that it makes sense why this happens, but the comedy just sort of trails off a little bit. It's not quite.
I feel like they had to.
It
right?
kind of has to.
There is one
We
scene that
can
makes
talk
me
about this
think it
more in
has
the
to be in the
spoiler
spoiler.
section.
So you know what? We're gonna go right into the
Ouch,
spoilers.
You're just cutting me off all the time.
Sorry, dude. It's gonna become a running joke.
It's already a
Remember,
running joke.
Loki is mischievous. If you don't get that, check out the podcast.
It's
There's
mischievous.
It's mischievous. They say it in the show. We
He
know
says
it's
it
true.
in the show. Nobody cares.
Loki says mischievous too
It's okay.
because he's
This-
British.
Every time you bring that up, you prove to me you're wrong.
Well, I'm not wrong. I'm using a different version.
Tell us in the comments how you say it.
Anyways,
Yes.
on that note,
Spoilers.
Welcome
Okay.
to the running joke of Prairie Grown.
Spoiler section. Now, so
I love how you still say now,
now even though we're not
cut
on
it
Zoom.
anymore.
Yeah, I know. Just got ingrained in me. So I'm gonna say I wasn't expecting this to open right with the scene from Endgame. I thought we might see it.
I'd like to say something first because Sebastian was wrong. I have to say that.
What was that really about?
They didn't capture him immediately. That little whoosh was not them capturing him.
I didn't think that little whoosh was.
One of y'all mentioned it on the
No,
pod,
you said
though.
that he
I
would
said it was
escape
like
for a
20
bit.
minutes.
Yeah.
And he did escape for a bit.
He did. He was
That's
like
totally
talking-
Oh yeah, no, but not at the beginning.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, that's what we opened up with.
Yeah,
No,
was
he
talking to
escaped.
random
He got,
people.
but immediately he got in the desert and they captured him.
Not immediately. He
Not
tried to
immediately.
fight back and he lost.
He had that
fight.
conversation with the people.
Yeah, but that took like 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's all like.
But it
It's
wasn't.
a
He didn't
15-minute
like
TV
try.
show.
He didn't. They didn't come up there and he didn't. It's not like they showed up and tried, and then he escaped, which is what I thought you meant when
He
you said
tried
that.
to escape, but he got whacked in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he couldn't.
Anyways, on that note, let's talk about the weapons real quick.
OP.
I don't know.
The,
The
like,
whole slowing down time
dissolverate?
and dissolverate. Man,
Yeah.
that was great.
I mean, the TVA, man, they're powerful, as shown by the fact that you could just have Infinity Stones as paperweights.
I wonder what that would do to Thanos.
Man,
That
it
would melt him, I guess,
would
eh?
blow his mind. If he,
No, imagine if he goes to TV. Like, okay, so obviously what Thanos did was part of the main, the what is it called? The
Special timeline?
No,
not special.
It's not the main timeline.
It's the sacred timeline.
Yes.
So
Sorry,
he obviously what he did was part of it because
Yep.
they also said what the Avengers did was part of it as
Man,
well.
that's so weird.
But what I'm thinking is that those Infinity Stones
Yep.
were just like from alternate timelines, other people trying to take them.
Yep.
That wasn't supposed to happen. They get brought there,
Like the
zapped
Tesseract.
out. Yeah, like the Tesseract. Exactly. Which I find it very funny on Disney Plus. They do the Marvel Legends thing
Yep.
for every show, Disney
Yep.
Plus show. They've been like, oh, Wanda and Vision, Sam and Bucky, and they even had Sharon and Zemo. For Loki, it was Loki and the Tesseract. The Tesseract got its own Marvel Legends episode because it's just been so associated with the character.
The star of the show. The real star.
Yeah, the real star, even though it's useless.
Yep.
He tries to escape and it does nothing. I'm so fascinated by the TVA though. Like, I'm just going to say that off the bat.
They have
Oh, yeah.
really nice tech. Like the whole like rewind time thingy. That
Their
one's-
tech is really cool.
How have we never heard of these people, though?
Well, like they said, if as long as they, that's like the
Would
big
come in.
question out of the Eternals trailer
Well, that
too.
too.
But it's like as long as it was part of the sacred timeline, they don't interfere,
Right.
and no one tries breaking the timeline until Endgame.
I guess. Wow.
even then,
no,
they
that
didn't-
can't
But they
be-
fix
that
it.
can't be true.
Oh, that's true. We don't see anyone try.
Yeah, because otherwise they'd have no stones or collectibles.
Yeah, no,
or
we haven't seen anyone try. That's the thing. We haven't seen as an audience, and but it's like a mix of as a huge Harry Potter fan, the Ministry of Magic mixed, especially the Aura department mixed with Men in Black, the way they operate,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I love it. I love those secret bureaucratic organizations that have offices and they have like paperwork.
So do we think the like reset machine like kills everybody or just
Yeah,
like,
it wipes
destroys
out
their
that whole
memory?
time. No, that wipes out their timeline because there's other versions of them in the sacred timeline. Or that was my thought.
No, there's just mass genocide everywhere.
But those people still have to exist in the main timeline.
No, but there's like a separate version of them the second that he creates a branched timeline. Or at least
You know,
that's how
honestly,
I read it.
Let's just leave it because we can have a whole video on the time travel stuff.
And, but
Like-
the,
But I wonder how that works. I'm opening a Pandora's box.
but the director said that they spent hours upon hours making sure their time travel was airtight for the television show. So everything they said will be explained in these 6 hours.
Okay, so like let's say Johnny goes for a walk and is late for work, right?
And they
creates
create
a
a
new
timeline, a Nexus event.
How does
Thanks, Miss Minute.
what is hap? So like
That
happens
was
to
the
Johnny.
bomb thing.
What-
And
no,
then-
no, no,
oh,
but
they
where does
pulled
Johnny
out.
go?
Remember
They
pulled him out.
pull him out, and they plop
time
plop.
bomb thingy.
so now two versions of every person he meets exists.
No, but they kill all the other
Well,
versions.
but there'd have to be two though, because otherwise you'd be
Yeah,
killing people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be two.
And then
That
he's
is
plopped back into the
hella
a
confusing.
version of him is plopped back into the regular timeline, and the variant, like the real version of him, is plopped back in the one who's supposed to live out his life, and the variant is taken and zapped out of existence.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes,
Kind of dark, but
it's a little bit tense.
yeah. But and this is thanks to Miss Minute who brought us all this
We say how
information.
much, I had a lot of Star Wars feel to this for some reason. Like when you first saw like the whole like TVA, like the whole like city.
Yeah, that
reminded me
did
of a lot
find
of,
Bespin.
yeah.
The Cloud City.
Yeah,
Cloud City.
that. Remember
Yeah,
that? Or
Cloud
like
City.
the one scene I keep remembering is when like Anakin like jumped off of like the speeder or whatever and
Yep.
like chasing whoever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the whole like cloaked figure at the end of the episode.
Yes,
too.
it was
That felt
Oh, yeah,
very
totally.
Luke
Star Wars.
Skywalker,
Alright, you know
Mandalorian.
what? We're jumping straight into that. I don't think that's Loki.
Oh, okay.
So So theory time?
Theory time, I have heard that Lady Loki might make an appearance, and I think it will be Loki, but it's not going to be a male version of Loki. It's going to be Lady Loki.
Full left field. I think that's a crossover between Star Wars and Marvel.
Yes!
They're going to pull in some random
God, that would wreck everything.
No,
No.
It would never happen, but...
Could you imagine? Marvel v Star Wars?
Wouldn't even be close.
No, Star Wars would kill.
No, I don't think so.
The Force.
I
That's
don't
the
care.
only thing.
No.
But the majority of the
I
people
don't
at
think
that
it matters.
point...
I think if
The Jedi
I
are
think if
dead,
Hulk
so-
gets up on a Star Destroyer, it's done though.
Well, exactly.
Prime Hulk. Not. I love
You got
Professor
You got
Hulk.
the Guardians of the Galaxy.
true.
With a whole bunch of friends they could recruit.
You know, they got the Nova Corps and whatnot,
Exactly.
and you got Shield, and the
Anyways,
Avengers,
this is a-
And Sword.
and Sword. Even though Sword is like, who's the director of Sword now?
Honestly-
Hayward's gone.
Well, we
He's
don't know that. I
arrested.
don't think we know
I
that.
think
This
it'll
is a
become
rabbit hole. Shut up.
That's true. Okay.
Anyways, so my theory is probably totally wrong.
Yeah.
I guess on a more serious note, I don't want to say it's neither. I don't know who it'd be.
See,
but
my problem is like I'm pretty certain it's not Loki, but the thing is I can't come up with a reasonable answer
As to why
as
it's
to
not.
who the hell else it
Oh,
could
that's
be.
true.
That's
See,
the
a
only
lot
thing.
of people.
it's not the devil guy or whatever.
No, they
No,
didn't confirm that.
it's not
Yeah.
Mephisto who people thought was behind WandaVision.
Yeah.
But
Everybody's just like grabbing at straws to have that guy in the universe.
well,
Jesus
because
Christ.
Mephisto did create Wanda's children in the comics, and so everyone was like, "Ha
Yeah.
I'm smart."
And then everybody was wrong, and they're like, "No, I'm not gonna be wrong." twice."
Ralph Boner. Ugh.
And then the trailer for Loki came out. I will not be wrong a third time. Like,
Yeah.
just
No, but
shut up.
people saw. I did see. I scrolled Instagram before we started the video,
Yep.
and I saw a few people saying that devil stained glass window in the church in 1548
Mhm.
in France there
Yep.
was it looked like the devil. That was even though they were representing Loki, and the horns were his
Yep.
helmets and blah blah
Ah,
blah.
shit's a Lucifer crossover. Season
Yes.
season 5.
But Lucifer's DC, man. They can never
Warner
do
Bros. and-
No, you missed it completely.
that. Oh,
son.
I know he's the devil.
No, you still missed it. It's okay.
What did he miss?
I'm confused what I missed.
I've seen the whole show and I'm confused.
No, he's talking about like DC.
No, because Lucifer's a
Lucifer's
character.
DC.
He's a DC character.
Oh, I'm talking about like the Netflix.
No,
show.
the Netflix show
The
is a
Lucifer
DC
on
show.
Netflix is DC.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
Never mind. I
He's
guess
a
you did miss
DC.
it.
Lucifer.
That's me then. I didn't realize that was a DC
I was
show.
so confused.
I was like,
what the
Lucifer
hell?
on Netflix. That is a DC
Yes,
character.
it is.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
He even crossed over with Arrow.
Yep.
Okay, I did not realize.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
on me then.
yeah. That's okay. It's okay. Now getting back to Loki. I mean, I love this. I like this period of time for Loki. Not gonna lie. Just jumping off the. Like, this is Loki before he's... I love Loki in Ragnarok and
Yep.
Infinity War when he's actually, like, kind of almost noble.
Yep.
And he reclaims his Odin son,
Yep.
which, notice here, they call him Loki Laufeyson,
Yep.
which is because he still thinks he's not... He doesn't accept Odin as his father at this
Yep.
point because of not telling him about being a frost giant and whatnot. And
Mhm.
so he's like, nah. But then in Infinity War, when he's about to die, he's like,
Yep.
son of Odin,
Takes
blah,
it.
blah, blah. And so he takes it. But he does see his... I wonder if that's going to change in this series as well, because he does see his dad's death.
Good.
But I just like this period for Loki because he's still got a little bit of that snark and that arrogance.
Yep.
Like, he's arrogant in Ragnarok, but not the same. He's
Nope.
a little more... He's not as rough.
No.
This Loki was just... He just left Earth. The Avengers kicked his butt
Yep.
earlier that day.
He had a rough day.
He had a rough day.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where we go with this. Because I think a lot of it, I mean, obviously almost all of it hangs on who the hooded person is.
Yep.
I guess we'll find out that.
Maybe it'll
Next
be,
week.
maybe Loki Pig.
Yeah, no.
God,
That'd
that'd
be
be
hilarious.
awesome. Spider Pig's my favorite Spider-Man, so that'd be
Spider
hilarious.
Pig. Oh my god.
Loki
Aw,
Pig.
Homer. Homer Simpson.
Just go animated. No, Spidey Pig from Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Oh, that Spider Ham.
Oh, well, same concept.
I thought you were talking Spidey
Technically,
Spider Pig.
technically, they're both pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Spider Ham. Yeah, Peter Porker.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this pretty spelled out that this is how we're getting the multiverse, or
Yeah.
part of it. Like, I know that Kevin Feige was like, nah, this isn't connected.
They threw multiverse at us like 8 times in the first 3
They used the
minutes.
term multiverse and madness in 5 seconds apart.
I know. And
in
then
Marvel,
they keep,
that's not a coincidence.
flashing it on the screen.
Danger, multiverse. That's how we're getting No Way Home, if the rumors are confirmed, which at least for the villains, it's true. Or some of them. We don't know what they're doing with them. But for sure, Doctor Strange, because it's called the Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
But this is definitely going to be in the same vein as WandaVision, leading towards that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Loki in Doctor Strange too. And even though there was no leak, there was no leak of it, but here's the thing. I don't think he'd be in it long.
You're a long ways ahead of yourself.
Anyways, back to the show. I think
because we still have a long ways to go to get Loki, 1, into the right time period.
Yeah,
2,
timeline, yeah.
2, out of
The TVA.
the TVA. 3, and then not only time period but the right timeline as well.
We got to see where the show ends Loki's story currently.
Yeah,
Because
it has to go a long ways
right
ahead.
now there's already rumored that they were about to start a season 2 already. Because Marvel thinks this is a great show. Like, they're pretty confident in it. And
See,
judging by the reviews I saw leading up to it and today, that's the general consensus.
my concern with them jumping so fast into season 2 tells me he probably doesn't get out.
No,
That's fair.
I'd say he probably becomes a TVA agent.
Right.
Because he's not allowed to exist in the sacred timeline anymore.
Well, exactly.
So his options are, okay, I either disappear from reality altogether, or I
Work for them.
work, and I think he's going to choose
He leaves because we know Loki. Loki ain't never coming back.
no.
And season 2, I think season 1's going to be too heavily rooted in the TVA to have a season 2 that doesn't touch them at all.
No,
or
yeah.
barely touches them. So,
I think Mobius, also Kevin Feige has said you guys are going to love the team up of Mobius and Loki, so
I'm ready for the detective work to start.
me too. I'm really
That's
interested to
actually-
see where
I think that's where we're going.
next episode there's going to be. It's like the FBI. It's like you're almost getting like a Criminal Minds type show with Loki.
Exactly.
But also
Just about.
movie budget. This just saying here, the production design, the cinematography, the costumes,
A+.
A+. Like
The
this
built-in of
feels
people.
A like a
A+.
movie. Maybe it's because it transitions right from a movie scene.
Yep.
And it transitions flawlessly, and this feels like a movie at all times.
Mhm.
Keeps up that consistency. The acting, Owen Wilson kills it. I love. There's this mystery behind Mobius, but
Yeah,
he
we
talks
know
very calm.
Nothing about this guy.
Oh, we know nothing. Exactly.
Yeah, he talks very calm.
He's got to be from Earth, though.
Well, no, he was created by the Timekeepers, or at least that's the story. They were all just created out of thin air as adults.
Interesting.
That's why that guy doesn't know what a fish is.
Well, that
He
guy
literally
was
has
for
spent
sure, yeah.
his whole, and I think
See,
Mobius
but that
is
guy
the
already
same
told
way.
us that.
I think as far as the little intro video said, they were all just created.
I'm sold on that for everybody except for Mobius.
That I mean, you
Mobius
could
is a variant.
He has
or
too
something.
much. He has too
you could be.
There's no reason if he was born there and spent his entire life there. Why does he show Loki any mercy?
Yeah, I
Why isn't he like everybody else and just why is
That's
Loki
true.
melted?
That's also a good point.
There's
I
a
didn't
little-
think of
there's-
that.
There's a
He's a
little
variant.
bit too much humanity in him. I
That's
don't even know if he's a variant. Maybe I guess
maybe he just got
technically.
recruited. Maybe they just thought he. Maybe
But
he
Well,
was
that would
working
create
for
a
Shield.
variant then,
But
though.
how else would he have gotten there? I guess.
Exactly.
And or he just witnessed a variant event and snuck in through their little door.
Then they would have killed him.
Exactly.
That's true. Unless he was like, wait.
The guy didn't have a ticket and they melted him.
Oh, that was hilarious. I loved I just loved the beginning of Loki. Just like, oh yeah, he gets his clothes stripped off. Tom Hiddleston gets to show off that he is muscular himself.
Yep.
Then you get his signing of everything, which is just funny.
Yep.
I saw someone in the trailer saying that cat's a flurkin, and who knows?
I could see
Any
it for
cat
sure.
could be a flurkin in the MCU now.
Mhm.
And then
They opened that.
and
can
there's
of
a
worms.
there's a Skrull, so who knows? But the Skrull might be screaming if there's a flurkin around. And then
Yeah,
the
But they
joke
weren't
about
the same
the
room,
robot. That's true.
not even close. Yeah.
No, they weren't. And the joke about being a robot, I found that one pretty funny. The comedy was on point this whole episode,
Exactly.
led by, of course, Tom Hiddleston's Loki, who's generally, like you said, but see, in my mind, jumping to that,
It starts off really
I
good.
think it shouldn't be funny when he's doing his interrogation because he's asking him why he likes to kill people, and then he shows him the death of his mother, and I don't know if you can balance that with a joke.
We've seen Loki balance stuff like that.
No, but Loki's being overwhelmed with all this, and I don't
He
think
is.
Mobius would tell a joke in this instance.
He is. It's a very different color of no.
You're talking Loki.
Loki would be
Yeah.
telling the jokes.
Okay.
Loki would be telling the jokes.
Mobius has told a few jokes.
Mobius would not be telling jokes as you described.
How his mother died?
No.
How he sent his mother
That
to
would
his
be
death?
Exactly.
Loki's cue to
Kill?
to bounce. Like anytime we've seen Loki have to deal with emotions or anything like that,
Leaves.
typically he either splits or he's like avoiding the situation with
Or he
some sort of
dies.
comedy, or he dies. Well,
Oh.
yes, I would
He did
consider that
once.
leaving
But I mean, no, he did. Well, he died
twice.
3
Oh.
times.
I guess.
Oh yeah,
Because at the end of Thor. And also, that's never really touched upon, but it is to be assumed that, well, Thanos brought him back to life. He was dead.
Yeah.
Marvel's confirmed that he died when he dropped off in Thor.
Yeah.
Off the Bifrost into space. And that's why in Infinity War, Thanos is like, no resurrections this time, because he resurrected Loki.
Yeah.
But it has been inferred that he beat up Loki and he like threatened Loki and he like that Loki he did act in his own volition attacking New York. He did want to rule, but like Thanos was also threatening him because he wanted the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So and Loki's life was constantly at threat.
totally. I think him watching that video was
It kind of broke him because he started laughing.
well, it was a very interesting.
Expression on his face. Good acting by Tom Hiddleston, by the way. Like in that scene. Okay, continue
Thanks.
your thoughts.
It's a little bit of a different Loki than we've seen though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like nothing really ever gets to Loki.
No.
I mean, like, how else would
Like-
you feel
like,
you saw your whole life ahead of you, though? You saw,
Knowing when it
everything that
ends
happened,
and
how
not
you
very
died.
far.
See, but he didn't see his whole life to begin with. He didn't see all of it until after Mobius left. Now,
Exactly.
watching yourself die, I could understand, but there's been very few times Loki has seemingly only had 2 emotions for almost all the movies. He's either being a little bit of an ass and hilarious, or he gets mad.
He's been sad a few times too. There's a desperation in his voice in the first Thor.
It's very slim though, right?
He's-
That's not really where he lives.
No, that's not where he lives. Not
Right.
at all. It's like he's not. It's like he slips up when he has those emotions. It's like he can't. I'm in the first Thor. I remember there's a line, something about how he just wanted to be Thor's equal, and he was never treated like Thor's equal.
Yeah.
And there's like this. You know when your voice breaks.
Yep.
But that doesn't happen with Loki. You're right.
No, like he's especially this Loki, right? This Loki hasn't discovered his sense of self. He's still the very arrogant,
Yeah.
self-fulfilling villain
Mhm.
that we know got broken.
Yeah.
Motion sensor.
Gross.
It's not working.
You gotta stand up, you guys.
Yeah,
There you go.
there we go. Hi. No. So, but moving on.
I think, honestly, that's about it.
That's all I've got.
I guess that is all I've really got. I've got to say, I'm really interested for when the mystery actually starts.
Absolutely.
I think that's next episode.
That is definitely
It has
next
to be.
episode.
Absolutely.
I wonder how many. Also, this isn't anything big, but I did like the Easter egg that Loki was behind being DB Cooper. For any of you who are aware of that famous crime where a man hijacked a plane
Yep.
and got away, and he's never been found.
Yep.
It's the only plane jacking in history that has not been solved.
I didn't notice that to begin with, but yeah, that makes total sense actually.
Yeah, and
It
he
makes more
used
sense now.
He used Heimdall and
Yep.
Thor, and it was a bet with Thor, which it makes me wish for seeing more time of young Thor and Loki before Loki kind of betrayed him.
You might get it.
Maybe.
You might get it. But regardless, we'll be back next week.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And from everyone here at the Prairie Grown Reviews team, see you guys next time.